with careers. I work with students on everything from, putting together resumes to career exploration, looking for internships or jobs. At the end of this presentation, you'll see my contact information. So if you need any additional help, or if you have any follow-up to this presentation that you have questions with afterwards, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to assist and help. And I am going to go ahead and hand it over to Tanvi.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tanvi, and I'm a career ambassador here at Career Services. I'm a junior with a marketing and OLM major. So, first of all, thank you everyone for coming to the day 2 of Career Fair Prep. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create a Rockstar Handshake profile. So, before that, I want to give you all a little bit introduction about Career Services. So, we help students and alumni with every aspect of their professional development. It can be resumes, cover letters, mock interviews, professional dresses, as well as online services such as Handshake, Going Global, Student Opportunity Center, etc. Normally, we have in-person walk-in hours from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. But due to COVID reasons, we are holding virtual walk-in hours from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you go on to the next page, I can show you on the far right corner, you can see our chat feature from where you can chat with a career ambassador or a pro staff member if you have any concerns. Moreover, for our upcoming events, please click on the events icon on our website, utoledo.edu/careers. So let's get started with today's topic about creating a Rockstar Handshake profile. So about Handshake, it is really important for anybody looking for a job or interview to set up a good Handshake profile. The better and more complete your Handshake, the easier it is for you to find employers and for employers to look for you. Let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is adding an appropriate photo. Profiles are more likely to be viewed when there is a photo as opposed to leaving it blank. So what is a good photo? Make sure that you are alone and it's not a group picture and you are dressed professionally. Look for opportunities on campus for headshots. Our office, Career Services, also provides various opportunities for headshots. Again, you can go to our events page on our website and look for any opportunities of getting headshots as well.
And I wanted to add into that some of the other colleges, so for example, business has their own career center and engineering has their own career center as well. And so if you are part of any of those colleges, they do have various events where you can get headshots done as well. And also some professional associations, so some student orgs that are professionally associated often have sessions where they will have them done too. So there's plenty of opportunity to get professional headshots done. You just kind of have to look for them. And if you are looking and you can't find anything, again, contact Career Services, let us know, and we'll see what we can come up with for you.
The second tip is to upload your resume or other documents like cover letters. Again, if you're in need of making a resume from scratch or updating your current resume, you can always come over to Career Services and a career ambassador or pro staff member will assist you in making your resume. So, uploading your resume ahead of time makes it easier to apply for opportunities because, and especially on Handshake, you can upload multiple documents, and while applying for your positions, you just have to attach the preferred documents for the particular jobs. So that makes it really easy to apply for jobs when you upload your resumes for different positions. Moreover, Handshake also builds your profile from your resume. It can fill out various sections of your Handshake profile based off of information from your resume after taking your approval. Are there any questions on that?
Okay. And we also asked if you are just listening in on the session, if you can mute your mic, that would be appreciated so that everyone can kind of hear the presentation and not hear the background noise. Thank you.
Great. So the third tip is to maximize your work experience. The first thing to note in this are transferable skills. So what are transferable skills? These are skills that can be used in a variety of roles and occupations. For example, verbal and written communication skills, listening skills, team working skills, and leadership skills, as well as research or analytical skills. These are important because these show what you bring with yourself. So while including your work experience, make sure to focus on how you went about the task instead of focusing on the actual task. So definitely include all of your work experience, and we have a format here for how you can describe your work experience. So you want to start off your sentence with an action word, the how and why, and then the results. So, for example, if I'm interning at a marketing firm, I can write down for myself that I planned and implemented a marketing project for our newly developed product, which led to increase of sales by 30%. So over here, plan and implemented is our action verb. Plan and implemented a project for newly developed product is our how and why, and the increased sales by 30% is our results. So that is how you can mention your work experience on your Handshake profile. Then there is demonstrate and engagement. Organizations and extracurricular section is a chance for you to show that you're not just a student or employee, but an all-rounder. You're engaged, a member of your community. Services things can include volunteering, service learning, writing for a collision, being in a fleet, or anything that shines light on who you are and what you have to offer. Are there any questions on that?
I also do want to add that if you are looking to get involved on campus, you can always search for InfoNet. So if you go to utoledo.edu and search InfoNet, InfoNet is a platform that houses all of our on-campus student organizations. So there's professional organizations, there's social organizations, but definitely if you're not, it's a good idea to start thinking about it. That way you have things to add to your profile and also add to your resume.
The fifth tip is highlighting related coursework. Based on your field of work and the jobs you're applying for, adding relevant coursework is a great idea because it demonstrates knowledge and your expertise on a variety of topics. These related coursework can be classes you took in college. We usually recommend putting down classes for level 3000 and above because your junior year is usually the year when you learn more in depth about your major. So that is a good time to demonstrate what knowledge you learned. Then the sixth tip is to show off your completed project. Now, one should never be shy about taking ownership of projects or work that you completed because that shows off your achievements to your employers. So think about what kind of projects you worked on during your internship or your senior year, or if you created anything interesting in an innovation lab. It's always good to show off creativity, research ability, and initiative. You can even include your capstone simulation if that was a project you did in your senior year. So be proud to share your accomplishments. Are there any questions on that? Okay, moving on. So just as a professional statement is important for a resume, a captivating bio is important for your Handshake profile or any professional profile. So this is your chance to concisely and confidently describe your qualifications and goals. Make sure to be clear and concise and not write long stories. And employers will likely look at other parts of your profile. So this section can provide an insight into the unique features that you maybe missed out in your resume or you want to elaborate. Make sure not to repeat yourself and You can always highlight your experience, your mission, your personality, accomplishments, and a blend of all of the above. Again, if you need help with any of this, you can always come to Career Services during our walk-in hours or by taking an appointment, and we can help you with this. Okay, moving on. Selecting personalized skills. Often, when employers are looking for potential candidates, they filter out their searches by typing keywords. Now, if you do have these keywords listed on your Handshake profile, you will show up in their filtered feeds. So, find relevant skills in the job descriptions when you're looking for positions and make sure that you add them in your Handshake profile.
I do want to add a little story to this. I did have a student who we were working on building his Handshake profile. And through his profile and the keywords that we had there, we actually had a recruiter from the New York Times who found our student and thought that our student would be a great candidate for an internship opportunity that they had over the summer. It was for a journalism internship with the New York Times. So the recruiter reached out to the student. I think that you'd be really great for this opportunity. I think that you should apply. The student and I worked together and getting his resume. He applied for the internship opportunity, was given an interview for the internship opportunity where he wanted to do a photojournalism project. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the internship was canceled. But again, that's a great prime example of why it's really important to really fill out your Handshake profile and then also making sure that you're using those keywords and highlighting those skills that you have so that not only can you look for opportunities, but sometimes opportunities come looking for you as well. All right, we'll go ahead and move on.
Okay, so our last tip for this presentation is adding relevant social skills. Another opportunity for you to highlight any professional engagement or activities that you might have. For example, if you have a vlog or photography page, an Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter account where you showcase your work, you can always provide a link to that on your Handshake profile. You can also provide a link to your LinkedIn profile on your Handshake profile. Now, one thing to keep in mind is not to link your personal social media accounts because you just want to showcase all the professional links that you have and not your personal ones.
And that is it. That is the end of our presentation. If you look here, you can see our contact information. We have liaisons that work with different colleges in different areas, but if you want to contact Career Services in general, our contact information is at the bottom there. And Tanvi, I'll let you go ahead and go over that contact info.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think your window is blocking the contact info.
Can you guys see the contact page?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and go through it then. So just so you guys know, our Career Services is located in the Student Union, room 1533. We are just down the hall from Starbucks. So if you're going in, you're getting your coffee and you're like, man, I really need some Chick-fil-A, you would pass right by our office. On one side of the hallway is the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership, which I mentioned earlier. And then on our side is Career Services with the big old windows, and you'll find a lot of information there about upcoming events and things going on along with Career Services. If you want to email us, you can email careerservices@utoledo.edu. You can also phone us at 419-530-4341. And one of the best ways to get information about what's up and coming and what's going on is to follow us on our social media. So we do have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Just look at it for us at UT Career Service. And in our social media, we're always giving updates on upcoming events. We have pointers and tips and guides that are career related, along with job opportunities or internship opportunities that we highlight from employers that we're working with. So again, if you want the latest and greatest, definitely follow us on our social media. And with that, we are done. Does anyone have any questions or comments before we end our session today?
I will add a comment just from the career fair standpoint. So for those of you that are with us today and those of you who are going to be watching this after the actual day of the event, it's extremely important to register for the career fair in advance. So, and we touch on this a little bit every time that we talk about the career fair, but you must register to access employer schedules and to actually interact with an employer, whether it's participating in a group information session or whether it's scheduling a one-on-one interaction with that employer to network and learn about their opportunities. You want to make sure that you go in and do that in advance because you won't be able to access any of those schedules or talk with employers unless you sign up for something specifically. You can register and sign up the day of, but I highly suggest that you go in there this week, take a look at who's interesting and who's hiring and what opportunities they have, so then you can schedule yourself in their schedule before it fills up. And the whole reason why we want to make sure that your Handshake profile is up to date is that even if you have your resume connected to your Handshake profile for the fair, this is the employer's first look at who you are, what you're qualified for, and kind of what your major is, interests, all of those things that Tanvi and Christine have talked about today. So that's really why we want to make sure that your Handshake profile is up to date and that you have a lot of information in there, because that, like I said, is practically working as your resume for the virtual career fair setting. So just a little tidbit. Don't forget, the career fair is next week. We're 1 week away, a full 7 days. So get in there and register if you haven't already.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Laura Jane, and thank you, Tanvi, for this. And again, if anyone has any questions that you think of later on, or if you need assistance with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to Career Services, and we are here to help you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.